This is a paper. Cheap, simple, nothing fancy. But this tiny object is a symbol of risk. You'll see why soon. I want you to think about the last time you took a real risk. I want you to think about the last time you took a real risk. Not the kind when you order something new at Starbucks. Come on, that's not a real risk. A real risk is the possibility of a win or loss. I mean, the kind of risk that made your heart race a little. The kind where the outcome wasn't certain, but you did it anyway. Let's do a quick show of hands. Raise your hand if you consider yourself a risk taker. Interesting. Now keep your hand up if your last risk turned out exactly how you wanted it to. And that's the beauty of risk. It's not always about the result. It's about what it makes you become. When I was younger, I was terrified of speaking in front of people. My voice would shake, my palms would sweat and become cold, and I would hope the ground would swallow me whole. But one day, I signed to run for a student leadership role. That was a huge risk for me, my first time speaking in front of a crowd. Spoiler alert, I didn't win. That felt horrible, like I lost the most important battle in my life. But I understood. That is the feeling when you grow. I gained something more important. I proved to myself that I could do something scary and survive. And since then, I've realized that risk-taking isn't reserved for entrepreneurs or skydivers. It lives in everyday moments, in relationships, in creativity, in speaking our truth. Well, that speech didn't earn me a title, but it sparked something: curiosity. What could happen if I leaned into the uncomfortable? And that's the exact story I'm about to tell you, and this time about somebody else. Back to this little guy. In 2005, a man named Carl McDonald started with just one red paperclip and traded it again and again until he ended up with a house, a real house. First, he traded it for a pen, then for a camp stove, then for a keg, then for a snowmobile, then for a box truck, then for a recording license from Metalworks. And then only for a house. The trades were not always logical or safe, but he believed in the power of momentum, and one bold step led to another one. Okay, now let's move into a moment of honesty with ourselves. Close your eyes just for 10 seconds. Take a breath. Now ask yourself this question. What's one decision I've been postponing not because I can't do it, but because I'm afraid of failing? Of course, you don't have to share it and you don't have to act on it today. But recognize it. That is your frontier, and that is where your next chapter begins. One advice: risk will never guarantee success, but avoiding it guarantees regret. So, every time we take a risk, we tell the world and ourselves that we are willing to grow, to learn, to live fully. So pick up your paperclip. Start small, because the power of risk-taking lies in not where it takes you, but who you become along the way.